You are now listening to the Non-Millennial Millennials podcast, brought to you by House of Spades Media Group. Enjoy.
Three. You wanted to count to three.
Go.
2, 1.
Ways you never work with certain people.
Sometimes you gotta work with you. Okay. Anyway.
That's why I said how I said it. You about to get us canceled in the first 15 seconds. That is your lane. Wow.
I'm good at what I do, and I do what I'm good at, sir.
Wow.
Welcome back. We are back.
We are.
So are a few friends that we need to speak of this week, which we will
Do
get
we
to.
need to?
What the fuck else we gonna talk about? Fucking Biden and Clinton going to the hospital. Who gives a fuck? Anyway, a lot of niggas is happy about that, right?
They old.
Didn't they give Monica Lewinsky a show? She still sucking dick. Who
Yeah.
knows? Anyway,
it's actually not pretty bad. It's pretty
Really?
okay. It's an
that
American
little FX joint.
It's an American crime story.
Yeah, I saw the trailer.
Yeah.
Well, I was talking about that in like the.
Isn't
she got a YouTube page now or a game show or something?
She got something else popping.
Yeah, it's something else.
Yeah, but she getting her bag. She getting her bag on. It is.
Are we gonna ask the question that we?
What?
I mean,
Did he do it?
did she do it again?
Blow Bill?
No, not Bill. I mean, whatever.
Oh, did she blow her way to the top?
Okay, now that's just putting it crude.
So, use your assets. If you are okay,
I mean,
if you okay,
that's kind of fucked up. But
sleeping
I mean,
at
it
night
is what it is.
and living with yourself because you had to blow your way to success, go on ahead, be that person.
But
I'm not gonna tell you to not do what you want to do with your body.
see, this is what I've always wondered about her, though. Was it that she blew her way to the top, or was it that she happened to just blow and then be at the top? Because those are two very different things. And one is definitely more, I guess, according to society, more looked up at, I guess.
Well, I would suggest watching the show because it
Details that.
Yeah, because she consulted on a lot of
FX in the bag. This is basically an ad at this point.
It is. Bro. It's in the bag. Y'all make crude shit. Anyway, and yeah, it's pretty. She consulted on it, and there's a lot of detailing of moments and real like shit that happened, and the reason why it was. It's not just like Bill was, you know what I'm saying, accepting a blowjob. It was more intricate than that. And how we all found out was way more intricate. And you were like, oh, you dirty bitch.
And
I'm not talking about Monica.
You know what's beautiful about all of that, though? Most of the people that listen to this show don't even know who the fuck Monica Lewinsky is. So who gives a fuck, really? I mean, at the end of the day. Is she really doing anything that special in terms of the show? Other than EPing it?
Low key, she looked good.
No, I know that.
Oh,
no, she looks amazing. I never said that. She looks amazing.
Like she looks like when they
all jokes aside, like really.
Jonah Hill's sister is playing Monica Lewinsky in the show, and I'm just like, oh, I know you looked poorly, probably in the '90s. Like I've seen those pictures, I remember them, but God, you've aged unwhite like. I would say that you aged very unwhite like. You did not spoil.
Some people age like milk. Some people age like wine.
You
baby,
know,
but we are back again.
Shout out to little Monica Lewinsky. Who the fuck are you so we can get to cooking?
The one and only. If you don't know, you won't know, of course. With my desert dick hanging, and I do mean desert dick. It's been a while. Hanging and swinging from the halls of that very dark hall in Valhalla. Busy 9-3. The one and only motherfucking Kango Don. Some call me Kwame Khalifa. Some call me the motherfucking Tard Whisperer. Some call me the Carolina Toe Sucker. Some call me Captain Dr. Science, a.k.a. Captain Dr. Science, a.k.a. whatever the fuck else you want it to be, because goddammit, I'm here and we back. You, sir.
I'm gonna need you to decide whether you want to be white or a nigga, because both are assholes to a whole another level.
I feel like the universe want me to be universal.
That's
Universal, send the bag. Stop playing.
That's exactly what Kanye would say. And I'm the one and only motherfucking Jose Ortega in this bitch, the one hailing from the home of bitch and tequila cartel dealings and 50 cent margaritas and, you know what I'm saying, a couple of nice bad bitches serving them to you. You dig. AKA that nigga Tito Lee. Wah! AKA the Kush Crusader. AKA the Petro Gnome. And we in this bitch. Episode 177, Non-Millennial Millennials Podcast, House of Spades Media. What's good?
Hey, guys. Anybody been keeping up with that new Halloween thing that's been out? Because that's looking pretty cool.
You've been fanning for this shit.
For weeks.
Weeks.
And I went to fucking Comic-Con today, you bitches. I'm talking about it. I don't care. Hey, guess what? Comic-Con is the shit. I went to the bootleg one. It was Motor City Comic-Con, not Comic-Con. I think that takes place in the summer, the bigger one. But dope nonetheless. I got like 2 pictures. Dope. From some Asian dude. Shout out to him.
No ads.
I don't know his name. I just gave him $20. Nigga, I don't know.
You look like the person that probably would have asked him, like, how have you been dealing in the past year with all this Asian violence?
I look like the person that would ask that question.
You seen your glasses?
Yeah, that's why I wear them.
Yep, exactly.
I want you to think that, but you know me, though. Am I that person?
Do we not do a podcast?
Exactly.
You could have asked him that question.
If I was feeling it, I wasn't really feeling it today. I met Chewbacca. I had to ask him about the universe. I was on a deeper plane today. I wasn't really. I was on my intergalactic plug shit. You feel me?
You was on your intergalactic plug, nigga.
I had to get an intergalactic plug.
Chewbacca gave you a key?
You think he didn't?
Shit.
Yo, check my Instagram story. For all y'all that don't know, nigga, at Busy93 on Instagram. You want to see me chop it up with a real one? See, we catching up with the homies Jason and Freddie, or Jason and Michael. You know what I'm saying? We'll get to Michael later, because I got a little shit to talk about Michael, but Jason was there, told him he should show up a little bit later. Nigga ain't been out here in the streets for a minute. But I ran into Chewy and I was like, oh, shit, my nigga. Where you been at? I heard the Guardians was taking care of shit. He told me, nah, nigga, that shit, that's Fugazi. That's Fugazi. Stop it. It's fake news. Han and them got that. Stop playing.
But they plugged Han, though. He dead.
I don't keep up with the lore. All I know is Chewy's alive, and that's what matters.
Yeah, Chewy
he got it.
Yeah.
If we don't, he do.
I mean,
and I'm sticking to it.
I mean, he really don't got a retirement plan, so it's like, he kind of got to be out here on the grind. You feel me?
I mean, he like a bounty hunter. I mean, bounty hunters don't never give up.
Yeah, because you ain't got a retirement plan. Whatever.
Same shit. Smuggler, bounty hunter, same thing.
Look, Han Solo and Chewbacca were very bad at their smuggling. They were like,
I think Chewbacca be high.
They were like shooting 3 for 10 from the field. You know what I mean? They get 3 good ones, but 7 of them was real bad. And they owe some niggas. And they lied about owing some niggas that they also owed to back, you know what I'm saying, some other niggas.
Isn't that what you got to do when you got to rob Peter to pay Paul, though? You can't really blame Peter when you got to pay Paul.
If you got to rob Peter to pay Paul, you should expect somebody's going to kill you.
Peter might be following me, but
so
I
you got to kill Paul or Peter.
Bitch.
You got to kill Paul or Peter. You didn't come down to this decision.
Which one is a bigger bitch? I'd rather deal with Peter if I got to pay Paul. I'd rather deal with Paul if I got to deal with Peter. I don't know what the fuck George is signaling to me, but what? No. Huh?
What the fuck?
Fuck you.
They got to provide you with your habits, nigga.
Anyway, I'd rather a motherfucker just tell me, hey, what's his name? George Lucas is fucking this whole series up, and we don't have to watch it no more. And Chewie is all that matters. If you had told me that, I would have been cool with it. But Chewie had to tell me himself. So when Chewie told me that and put me up to speed on what his life been like the last 10 years, I had to motherfucking ask him about everything else that's been going on that I've been seeing from the cinematics about the universe. Like I said, he told me it was all fake news and him and Han got that. You think Han dead? He might have died in the movie. But did he die?
Yes. He was dead as shit.
I don't know.
He got.
You think Chewie's a liar? You calling Chewie a liar, nigga?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Yes.
I got the nigga number. You want to call him?
No. Look, I love me. I love the shit out of
Fuckers just impromptu do that shit. Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Look, man, I just want you to stop listening to Republican Chewbacca and getting all this fake news. But you look like you had a good time, and I was hating on you for real. But you was just talking to Republican Chewbacca on that one. Like, you tripping.
I don't know if it was Republican Chewbacca, but you know,
I guarantee you, in that satchel that he had, he definitely had at least one or two Trump stickers. At least one or two. One was on his wallet.
He did have a gray fur on top. You might be right. He wasn't a fully brown Chewy. It might have been one of them other ones.
Mm-hmm.
You might be right.
I'm just saying.
I ain't think about that.
And you was
I just thought about it.
And you was at Motor City, so you know what I mean. And it's a nerd event. Shout out to all my nerds across the globe. You know what I'm saying? Shout out
to Gwenpool. Oh my God, whoever that was dressed up as Gwenpool.
You got no ads.
No, I don't. Cause I ain't want to be the dude. Cause it was like, yeah, it was like she was like the only chick with her ass out in there. Like I'm talking about, cheeks was moving.
This Michigan.
Nigga, she was the only one in there with the white latex Gwenpool motherfucking sexy shit on. Talking about, she wasn't even there as like nobody to be seen. Like she was just somebody there like everybody else, and all these guys were just crowding her. Can I get a picture with you? Can I get a picture with you? Can I just drooling over this bitch? So what I look like going over? Like, come on, what you look like doing that? Standing in that line? That's crazy. It's crazy.
So what you telling me was you wasn't about that life of being as bold as Kodak grabbing his mama ass and trying to lay that tongue down on it. You wasn't about that life.
If I'm,
you wouldn't buy it. You wouldn't buy it. You had to look Gwenpool walk.
See,
look,
You
not Kodak, nigga. You Polaroid, nigga.
This the thing, though. This the thing. No, I'm Polaroid like a motherfucker. This the thing, though. In that Polaroid, you gotta think. Polaroids, you take a minute to develop that bitch. Take a step back, think about it. Motherfucking Kodak, bow, right there, ow, in your face. So, with that being said, and if that's to be said, like we all saw, how in the world would you ever justify anything of that nature?
I don't know. That's your man's.
It's not my man's.
You listen to more interviews than I do. I don't even like them.
I said it's not my man's until it's my man's. And I will go on record as a person who is not a co-conspirator of said Z shit, but Z shit is nonetheless not being done here. I don't know if I'm using it right or wrong, but I don't think this is technically Z shit. Or is it?
What the fuck is that?
That's what Kodak say all the time. It's Z shit. Nigga, that's that Z shit. Is that Z shit? Grabbing on your mama titties?
Nigga. You do know that he probably thinks that, you know, that letter that he's trying to pronounce or thinks he's saying is in. That's that in shit or some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
I think he means Z shit.
I don't know.
He's from Florida. You don't think they're going to find a reason to use the last letter of the alphabet, my nigga?
I'm sure he doesn't know that it's the last letter of the alphabet, my nigga. That's what I'm like. Overall, I'm saying is he don't have a high IQ anyway.
I don't know if that's accurate. I think he has a high enough IQ.
You saw all them Florida, the University of Florida niggas laugh at him in the locker room when he said he wanted to go to college. You saw that. You saw that. A bunch of 20-year-old and 19-year-old niggas with only the hopes and aspirations just to get to the NFL. That's all the fuck they got. Hopes and aspirations. Just laughed at this millionaire because they was just like, nigga, you want to go to college. Nigga, please. Look at your retarded ass. Look at you.
It wasn't. You know what's funny? The funniest thing about that video. The funniest thing about that video you just described is the fact that this nigga eyes kind of welled up a little bit.
Yeah, because he didn't realize that all these kids, all these kids that are broke as hell that are all playing on scholarship, nigga, and scrambling for cash for pizza, just
God.
laughed at you in the motherfucking face like, nigga, please.
Now, and maybe he was.
No, he said he was serious. He said he was serious.
He really did.
He really did. I think they did that stupid poor young man a favor by laughing in his face, because he would have saved himself so much
Kodak
disappointment.
has already made it in life, so to speak. I don't think he needs
didn't make it,
college to do anything.
He just
right
got
now.
money. I don't think he made anything.
And I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, making money is all you need to make, nigga, really. To survive. Fuck, that's all you need. You ain't got to be smart, nigga. You just got to have some money.
Nah, because you can be
You
dumb.
ain't even got to be smart with your money if you got smart people around you.
Nigga, you clearly see this nigga has a run of doing and saying dumb shit. It's only a matter of time before said dumb shit gets him in dumb shit trouble.
I think
But you look wild as fuck. You same nigga. Anyway, but the thing is, the difference between young boy is that he has 14 baby mamas, and all of which happen to not be his mama. Unlike Kodak, who's trying to make his mama his baby mama. You saw that, I saw that. That's gross. That's your man's. Sorry.
I'll take it's my man's, but it's still not Z shit.
I don't know what that means. so I'm not going to acknowledge it either. I'm not going to acknowledge it either. I'm sorry. None of the people that I look to for current and like newest slangs say Z shit. So I'm not going to acknowledge that as anything other than a poor...
Maybe you should broaden your horizons.
A poor young man's misinterpretation due to his dyslexia.
So it's easy shit.
Possibly.
So it's easy shit.
He missing something. It might be a whole different letter. It might be a word that he just thinks is two different things. But look, fam, we've all discussed. We've all talked about. He is from where? He is from where, Jorge? Which makes him what, Jorge? Florida man. It does make him Florida man, and that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying to these people is that look. If we're going to be completely real, Kodak Black. As I sit next to my my co-host, Young Polaroid, me and him are trying to tell you that nigga. As of like he is a Florida man, and this is a Florida man situation. Now, what his mom decided not to do was cave to her Florida woman instincts, which would have been to immediately do incestual things. But she decided not to. She went against that urge.
He said it, not me.
He went against that urge. Her son could not.
Oh, my God.
And it is wrong.
In Florida, is it?
Well, Florida's in a real place.
I mean, that's what I mean. So, like, if you feel uncomfortable with it in Florida, do you really? That's going into some deep waters. You should probably not touch that. Anyway, what was the next thing?
We was on people that was getting completely abused. So we're gonna talk about your mans who did get completely abused and got his ass whooped last week. And you watched it, I watched it, the world watched it, motherfucking like Deontay Wilder was only watching it for like maybe 4 rounds because the rest he was just stumbling. But yeah, Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder ass. Like I said it was gonna happen. The way I said it was gonna happen. I was surprised it went 11 rounds though.
Deontay. Mr. Wilder, as I will now refer to you as.
Don't be too cruel. You know his wife is leaving him.
It's a hard time for everybody out here.
Oh no, she get her bag, nigga. She gonna be good.
You know, emotional pain.
No,
Don't nobody want to leave nobody.
No,
But
she
anyway.
won OnlyFans post away, nigga, from being right back in the game, nigga.
Mr. Wilder, I put my money on you, and that's not the biggest part of my argument.
And you lost it.
It's not the biggest part. Well, I mean, if I'm being honest, I put money on both them niggas, so I lost and I won. But
But you lost because he got his ass whooped.
I'm Harvey Dent with this sports betting shit. Anyway,
got his ass whooped. Really bad.
you got smacked around.
Like a little bitch.
I was gonna say a baby, but you shouldn't treat a baby like that.
Well,
so maybe a business is the correct term.
Somebody should have got that baby out the street. Nobody did.
A baby was definitely in the street, in need of help.
And it was out there with a Rottweiler, and it had rabies. And
It was in danger of all types of nature.
you know what? There was a moment where I thought it was fun and games.
It was never fun and games.
No, for Tyson
he
Fury,
called him a bitch before the bell rang.
yeah,
Nigga, it was
that's
never
when
fun and
that's
games.
when I was like, oh shit, he's serious. I was like, Tyson is really
Tyson
serious.
was like, bitch ass nigga.
He's like, you a
nigga.
bitch. I was like, oh, he's serious. He's angry.
Yo, the bell ain't rung, my nigga. What you doing?
But I was right though. And right after he called him a bitch, that like those 3 times in a row and shit in front of everybody, including his bitch, you saw that fear go into his eyes.
I think that's why he came out as strong as he did.
He wanted to act like he wasn't no bitch, but he was.
I didn't think it was gonna make it to round 11, like I said.
But the way he went
I was-
night, he went night.
But what was the buildup? What was the buildup? It's not like
A lot of punching in the face.
let's be real here. Mr. Wilder had a night, a wild one. But
He cannot defend for shit because he got popped. Ding, 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 ding.
I think
He woke him back up and it went ding, ding, ding.
see now the
Yeah,
way my
that's what I was
co-host is describing this fight to you, for those
I'm
of you that
summarizing.
didn't see it. For those of you that didn't see it, he's describing it in a way as if Mr. Fury and his ass cheeks and back meat
fuck?
never met the mat. And they did. A couple times. And when they did,
He stumbled a little bit, but that's
no. Mr. Wilder knocked him down. Mr.
Yeah.
Wilder almost knocked him out.
I told you it was that burrito before the fight that he certain like he was just eating, nigga. It was a California burrito, I'm sure it was before the fight, and until when he burnt off the burrito, that's when he got in the motherfucking Wilder's ass. Right when he burnt off the burrito, when that last calorie was gone,
I
was
was
like
gonna
bing,
say-
bing, 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 bing.
I was going to save that question for later, but that is the real question. Whose burrito, from where did he eat prior to the fight that he burnt off that ended up becoming the energy and protein he needed to power through 11 rounds to make Mr. Wilder look like a baby in need in the street?
It was Vegas, so it was probably a big ass burrito. It was probably one of those type of joints. It probably was a local joint.
Got that bitch from Heart Attack Grill or something.
Yeah, it was probably one of them. You know what I mean? They make everything like stupid, dumb, big, so you can walk around, get drunk, and eat and gamble and shit in Vegas.
Regardless to what he ate, what was done.
Once he
how
burned
many
off the
times-
calories, he got in that ass.
That's what I'm saying. How many times back meat met Matt? Nobody knows. But we do know this.
He tried to punch him in the love handles, and Tyson did not like it. He
The
did not.
love handles was taking hate like a motherfucker.
He did not like it. He did not like it.
Hey, they was not being loved on.
So he had to make his ear bleed again. So he was like, ding, ding, ding.
His ear was bleeding by the end of that fight.
Then he was hugging him, and he was going to sleep like, ding, ding, ding.
I don't know if I was, I guess I'm saying all of that to say this. I don't know if I was more disappointed at this one or the last one. The last one, it was like, I kind of was like, you gotta give him another one, right? Like that could happen to anybody. But then you find out It could happen to anybody, but it really wasn't as bad as you kind of played it up to be, and you made every excuse in the world, as to why this happened.
Yeah, but you see, did you not see that there was excuses this week?
Please enlighten me, sir.
Remember when he broke his hand in the 5th or 6th round?
Oh, he did.
Yeah,
it looked like it.
He blamed that for the reason why he lost.
You don't get knocked down because your hand broke.
Not only that, nigga, there's been plenty of world champion fighters in every weight class who have broken their hand in a fight.
And won.
You have to just...
And this ain't the first time he's even broken his hand in a fight.
When that hand...
And lost.
When that hand numb up, you're not going to feel it. You can still throw a punch and you will be okay.
This is why I said Mr. Wilder. I'm not calling this nigga by his first name or his last name no more. He is just Mr. Wilder, and that is not out of respect, nigga. That is pure disrespect. See me in these streets. You can punch me in the face. I will sue you.
You gonna do that to that man? You know.
Yes, he has $100 million. Of course, I'll sue him.
He's gonna have only $20 million, and that's gonna be after the wife takes her 80.
And I'm taking 5.
Oh, you ain't trying to clean up the whole bag, then.
Hey,
real?
If you was Bill Gates and you had Oprah's money, wouldn't you jump out of the building?
Jump out of a building?
Yeah, you'd kill yourself with Oprah's money if you were Bill Gates. Imagine it, nigga. Tens of billions of dollars versus hundreds of billions of dollars. You'd kill yourself if you just lost that overnight.
No, I wouldn't. Because I'm not 1920s depression.
You was a 60-year-old white man, maybe.
If I was a white man, of course I have low self-esteem. But
what is Bill Gates?
The fuck? Yeah, but if you asking me if I was, I'm like, no, I'm still rich, bitch.
I mean, we all like Microsoft, but do we? Anyway, we don't. I don't. Steve Jobs. He was an asshole too, but I pick my slave masters wisely. Anyway. I just wanted to see the look on his face when I said that. Hey, nigga, you got an Apple phone too, and so do you. Y'all picked them too. You didn't have to buy it. You did.
But do you got a coon over it, though?
I'm just making an observation.
You just dropping a fucking
graduation. Don't you have an iPad album right here? Oh, okay.
You got a MacBook, nigga.
I just said what it was. I'm just saying, when they come for us like Skynet in a few years, we know where we stand.
Nigga, it will be Microsoft that gives us the virus.
That firewall's a motherfucker around here. Macintosh. I don't know.
Yeah, but because everybody don't want to upgrade to Mac, you know what happens.
It sucks for them.
Yeah, but you know damn well that there's motherfucking nuclear launch codes and shit like that that's completely ran on a PC system.
Ain't nobody worry about that. You worry about nukes going off. I mean, you ain't got a shot anyway.
But all I'm saying is spend the extra money. Get a little bit more efficiency.
That's literally what I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying, but
don't grab your baby, or not your baby mama's ass. Don't grab your mama that you want to be your baby mama's ass. And
get vaccinated.
And don't be from Florida if you can.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
And get vaccinated. Don't be one of those people.
Sure.
I'm just saying, don't be like Kyrie, bro. Don't be that nigga.
If you told me, you know what? I've been thinking about this.
That shit nasty, bro.
I've been thinking about this for a few days now.
I'm mad.
I've been really thinking, I'm not even joking. I'm probably gonna crack you jokes when I'm saying this, but I'm not joking when I say this. If you told me, hey nigga, get this shot for anything, just a shot in the arm, and I'll give you $130 million. I'm taking the fucking shot. So in turn, if I've already made over $130 million,
but if you're trying to be a voice for the voiceless and shit, I'm just saying.
I'm getting to that.
Okay.
If I've already made over $130 million, and then I turn around and you tell me I'm gonna miss out on another $130 million if I don't get the shot,
This shit making me sick. Get to the point, because I'm about to walk away. Because that's just nasty.
and I say
just
fuck you,
That's nasty.
naturally, what would be the good response to that? Hey, that doesn't make sense. I'm going to see what I can do to rectify this situation. But no, he did what you just said. Carry on.
Yeah, he claims that he wants to be a voice for the voiceless.
Voice for the voiceless. What does that mean? I'd like a definition. Better than the earth is flat. Because the nigga believes that too. We didn't forget. I didn't. Did you? I did.
I'm gonna say, what is complete and utter bullshit,
For 200?
Alex, for 500.
R.I.P. Alex. What a world we living in today. Alex Trebek is dead, children.
You know what they should do?
What?
Since they can't get this hosting thing down.
They still ain't figured it out.
Well, the dude that was hosting got some allegations put up on him, so he resigned and shit. I forgot what it was. I think he was grabbing pussies.
Of course it was. White?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, and then Aaron Rodgers playing football right now, so they really, you know what I'm saying. So they saying like
Barely.
yeah, so they saying like they alternating between this one chick and this other guy and shit right now. They don't have a permanent
The
host.
chick from Big Bang Theory, they still going with her?
Yeah,
The brunette with the glasses?
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah. She's one of them, and it's alternating between another.
She's
guy.
a good one. I've seen some of her episodes. She's
But
not bad.
if we really want to be real, and we want to use technology for good,
That's where you bring back the motherfucking hologram.
we hologram Alex Trebek,
God damn it.
and we got enough.
Why has
We got enough Alex Trebek content, nigga, like to where you can make a hologram legit out of Alex Trebek, copy the voice and
deepfake
everything.
the fuck out of new episode?
Bruh.
NBC send a bag. We'll clean all of this shit up. Stop playing.
All the bags.
We'll clean all of this shit up. Stop playing.
Real talk. We
will deep fake the fuck out of some Alex Trebek just to make this shit keep riding on the wave it's been riding on. As it should ride on. Word to Alex. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Goddamn, but he wouldn't be...
Fuck cancer.
But he won't be dead if he's a hologram. He'd still be alive.
Nah, that nigga's
Right
still
in
dead.
front
But it'll be fun for a
Spirit-
few weeks.
his spirit lives
You
through
get tired of that.
The spirit lives through the hologram, nigga.
nigga.
The spirit lives through the hologram.
It doesn't.
All I'm saying is...
Yeah, that's kind of like the most soulless thing ever. Like, you can't really be a hologram. Like, that's going to get weird after, like, a week. Like, the Tupac thing got weird after, like, 30 minutes. Nigga, remember Coachella 2012? The Tupac thing got weird after, like, 30 minutes. It did kind of
make my stomach hurt after a minute. I'm like, yo.
I don't know if that was just the light reflection or, excuse me, I don't know if that was a light reflection or if that was just...
I got really
the
kind of
thing, but
I was
you
like,
know.
oh, he dead for real, but he hologramming. I don't know how I feel about it.
It was a great hologram.
It was, yeah, but it was dope. Like
it's weird.
15 minutes ago, but now it's like
I can't imagine holograms that are people like that tour thing that they tried to do with Pac and Prince and Michael and all of them.
Yeah,
I can't imagine that really being a thing because it's too. You know how like the human eye is trained to like, or the humans are trained to like see like danger or possible danger. When you see something that don't look human, it make you feel away. So you go like, I don't want to sit through 2 hours of this shit, bro. That shit weird.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm not mad at that at all. I can't agree.
Maybe that's just me, but I don't know.
Yep.
I feel like I would feel that way.
Yeah, but your man, I'll take the Kyrie bullet. That's my man's.
That is your man.
Yeah.
For once. Along with Kanye. But that is your man.
That's not, no, Kanye is definitely your man.
He's our man.
You a Ezekielite to this day.
If anything, this is a trisexual relationship.
No, it's not. There's nothing near close to that. You are Ezekielite, just like Kanye.
On Sundays.
No, nigga, you know you a Ezekielite every day.
No, I got it one Sunday. You get it every other Sunday.
No.
It's like a baby.
No. No. You listen to the whole Kanye album. You listen to all of Donda.
I don't. The last whole Kanye album I sat through was the bipolar shit. What was it called? The shit, the one with the mountains as the fucking thing. Yeah. That was the last whole album I sat through.
You disgust me.
It was 3 albums ago. How?
Because you listen to like the Kanye West, and you listen to the Christian album.
Nah, I listened to like 3 songs on that.
You listen to the Kanye West.
I jumped around on the gospel. I jumped around on the one before Donda, and I jumped around on Donda. I'm not interested in listening to a whole Kanye album anymore, but I also think that Kanye also is capable of still making decent songs when he wants to, if he gets the right people with him. Because I still like hearing Kanye and Locks and Kanye and John Legend and shit like that. I like hearing that, but I don't necessarily. I'm not gonna say I don't like the content. Look,
John Legend getting the pass because his wife bad.
I'm a Christian, but
are you?
According to me, so yeah, and
that nigga ain't been to church in 15 years.
5, 6. Either way, point is, I'm pretty sure sitting through a Kanye album ain't that bad, outside of it being that bad. If you sit through the whole thing, so you just gotta kind of jump around and figure out what you like.
So, but anyway, yeah,
Kyrie's stupid, nigga. I'm not missing out on $130 million because I'm not taking a shot. I don't give a fuck what shot it is.
Even if you want to be that nigga, that's saying like I'm gonna stand for social justice reform or some type of reform of any sort and shit, and this, that, and other. Wait. Hold up. Cool. You can do that. You can do that. You can do that. If I am on this team, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm KD. I done left the Waffle Brothers and shit to come over here to run with you. And then not only that,
and the beard. Let's not forget about the beard.
Not only that is that we needed more help. So what'd you have me do? You got me get on the phone, and then I had to go call James Harden, and he was like, "Yeah, nigga, we losing over here." So I got that nigga. We came over here to help you, nigga. That's what we did.
Now you abandoning us.
And then you abandoning us. You know what? If I'm KD, I'm like, fuck you, nigga. Real shit. Fuck you. You is not and James. If I'm James Harden, I'm like, you are no longer allowed into my booth at the titty bars no more. You are not allowed.
Time out though.
Look, fam. If we and you in the same, you can't walk into the titty club where I'm at now.
Feel like you can't do that. You can't go that hard on your mans like that.
Just the fuck I can.
No, you can't.
Because you being selfish as fuck.
He is.
You being selfish as fuck.
But if you was standing on some shit right now that I wholeheartedly did not give a fuck about and or care about or believed all the way against, but let you rock because you gotta rock and you my nigga, I can correct you later. We gotta get this money. So you gonna play or not?
No, he's not gonna play. That's what he was telling you.
Yeah, so let's focus on what he said about that. What did he say about that?
A lot of nonsense about
it wasn't,
why you don't. It don't sound like why you are refusing to play. No, it doesn't tell me why you trying to get you refusing to get the shot. You're telling me pretty much why you just don't want to play.
It doesn't strike me as voice of the voiceless.
If that makes sense.
It does. But it doesn't strike me as a voice of the voiceless argument. It also doesn't strike me as like if the media spins it that way, that's one thing. What I saw in that Instagram video was that man sitting there talking about, hey, I got a choice. Ain't nobody gonna take my choice. And I'm gonna make my choice how the fuck I want to make my choice. I don't care how much money I miss, how much money I've made. It's my life. It's what the fuck I want to do. It's what the fuck I'm gonna do.
Nigga,
that's great.
If you told me if I got a shot that it was if I got a shot, I get $130 million, or you know what I'm saying, and like even with this shot being, let's say it's a 40% chance I explode. Damn it, I'm gonna take my motherfucking chances and get this shot because if I don't explode, I got $130 million.
I think they gave me a Hershey kiss for my shot, my nigga. If I got $130 million, I don't give a fuck. Hey, if I already made $130 million, this is to Kyrie's point. If I already made $130 million, it's a lot harder to sell. It is. Because I already ran through that. You teasing me with that.
Then retire.
Why?
Because
I think that's I've heard niggas say that. That's completely out of left field. Why? That's some Kaepernick shit. That's stupid. Why?
No,
I can still play.
No, if I'm your teammate,
I'm good.
if I'm your teammate, I'm telling you to retire then. Because what you're doing is you're taking up roster spots. Because if you're not going,
who better than me?
If you're not going
outside of KD and James, who better than me?
If you're not going to play, nigga, what the fuck do we need you for? You taking up space.
Just miss all the season.
You taking
this
up
is a 4-year contract. How is that taking up space? 4 years left. How?
You clear. We trying to win, right? That's vaccinated on this team
apparently
are trying to win. You are taking up like 30 plus 40 and damn near 40 million of cap space. That if like we wasn't here per year, like if you wasn't here, we could get that shit to somebody else who's down to fucking win too, like we are.
Like I just said, outside of KD and James, who better than me?
You not here
this season for apparently a point. So if I'm making my point,
nigga, you probably ain't
you my teammate. You supposed to believe in me, right? No. On and off the court.
Nope.
To some degree, you supposed to fuck with me on and off the court.
I really don't. When I
say I believe the earth is flat, you niggas is quiet.
Cause you just stupid.
You not gonna back me up on that?
That has nothing to do with the team.
Neither does me wanting to be vaccinated or not, unless the NBA says it does. The NBA said it did, not the team, not the teammates. The NBA said that. The company said that.
There's 82
KD and them ain't say that shit.
There's 82 games in the regular season. You already, from not playing at the crib, ain't gonna be able to play 41 of them shits.
No, they already said they was retconning that shit. He can't play any game anywhere. He can't play any game.
Oh,
home or away. At first, it was the home game. He was okay with that. He was like, I just want to play the home game. Then he said,
well, you wasn't gonna
all of this shit happened, and it was like, you can't play anything.
I was about to say, he wasn't going to play in California at all, neither.
I think that's why they did it, because they didn't want to deal with the bullshit in other states when they went. They just like, nigga, you just can't play any game if you're not going to do it. Which makes sense as an organization to do, but I guess that's what I'm saying. Is Kyrie wrong, even though I feel like he's being as a childish about it.
I think you know what?
I also feel like it's weird to be like, nigga, shut up and dribble.
I'm not going to speak. You know what? I'm not a shut up and dribble nigga, but I'm going to shut the fuck up and play basketball nigga when you have no real logic, rhyme, or reason for what the fuck you're saying to me.
That's what I was getting at with the Instagram thing. He didn't really say anything other than it's my choice. I've done this. It's my voice. I can do what I want. We know that.
That's exactly why.
That's why
I've been telling people. Like, if I'm a teammate and if you take that type of stance, nigga, that tells me this: you don't want to play. It ain't about you not wanting to get vaccinated. You don't want to play, and if you don't want to play, why the fuck are you taking up space? I feel
like that's a cop out too. Because if I'm not being a voice for the voiceless, and I do want to play, and I was okay with playing the home games till y'all told me I didn't, am I manipulating the situation, or are y'all changing it on me? Because I feel like that's what he was alluding to.
No.
Because he kept saying shit like, think about it, y'all. Think about it. Look at what's going on. He kept saying shit like that. What do you mean, nigga?
That's what every nut says when they don't have anything to back up the bullshit that they saying. Look at what's going on. We said the same shit about Nicki Minaj a couple of weeks ago.
Yo, she literally just said that on her podcast.
Yo.
She literally just had that same soundbite.
Yo.
I didn't even think about that till you just said it. She had that same, look at what's going on. Are y'all serious? Y'all believe this? Look at what's going on. Do you see what's happening to me right now?
You look like a fucking nut.
What?
When you look like a nut in every single way. You trying to say you turning down the rest of your money.
If you don't want to play, you don't want to play. That's fine, my nigga. But I'll go through all of this bullshit.
That's what I'm saying. Just get the, if I'm Joe Harris, if I'm like, yo, my prime, or my opportunity in my career might be this year, maybe next year, for sure.
Depending on whether or not you want to be a bitch,
right? So it's like my career depends on you, and I can't. You kept us all. You brought us all here.
Because you fucking with the whole team now.
Yeah.
In that instance, then you bringing the team down.
Real shit. It's different when you it's a solo sport like tennis or some shit. Where it's like, if Serena's like, yo, I don't want to get vaccinated, so I'm not playing Wimbledon.
That only affects her.
That only affects her.
And,
but if
coach or whatever.
But if you were the captain of the team and you was like, nah, I'm just not playing because I don't want to get vaccinated.
12 other niggas. It's like,
nigga.
Really?
On some real shit. Think about it like this. Think about it like this. We can move on. Andrew Wiggins, who for religious reasons, real legit reasons, was like, I don't want to take the vaccine or whatever. But he played in Golden State in San Francisco. It is a mandate. You want to play ball in San Francisco? You want to play any sport in San Francisco? It don't matter.
In the whole state?
Yeah, I think most counties in the state.
Yeah,
you gotta be vaccinated. And they was looking at him like, so we cutting you or
what do you want to do?
Yeah,
nigga?
what do you want to do?
Do you want to play or not?
And he had a real
But what's the difference there?
And he still did it.
Time out. What's the difference there though? Andrew Wiggins is Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins can say he don't want to play. And you go, all right, nigga, so do you want to leave or not? You ain't saying that to Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving says he doesn't want to. Even if he said, I don't want to play this season, you're not going to be like, all right, nigga, so you want your payout now or later? You want to leave the team? You're going to be like, nigga, why? Wait, what's going on?
You know who that nigga you know who that nigga looking like right now? You know who he looking like for real?
Ooh.
Stephon Marbury.
Ooh. But dumber.
NBA Stephon Marbury, not China Stephon Marbury. But
dumber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on from this because Kyrie's giving me a fucking conniption, and you know what? Kalani be fucking niggas' minds up. I'm just every nigga that she didn't. Every time she gave to every
what
nigga
does she do now? She cold.
Yeah, but I'm saying
she can do no wrong unless she.
But the point I'm making is every nigga that she done gave the puss to, nigga, that we've like the famous niggas at least we done seen, they done lost their motherfucking minds when she was gone. Look at YG.
Party next door in jail.
Yeah. Look at Kyrie.
Oh.
Look at him.
Yo, I forgot.
Look at him.
I forgot that was an ill callback. I forgot they dated. That nigga ain't been right since.
Never since.
She
got
a Kardashian by blood relation?
No.
At all?
No.
Really?
Neither.
She must have some gypsy in her blood.
She got that fire, nigga. That's what it is. That's what that is. She got that fire. Like real shit. That's why she
walk like it.
That's why she trying to be a Lebanon now, nigga. Cause she know she got that fire and niggas be losing their minds. She got that fire.
There you go. That's the start.
What?
Going to Lebanon, the motherfucking you already got that monster on you. Now you going to Lebanon and turn it over to God. You gonna really take over the world. Imagine Kehlani, president of the United States of America. What nigga is telling her no? These little fat, white, stupid, dumpy looking motherfuckers that run the world. You think they gonna tell her no? No. I wouldn't tell her no, and neither would you. In front of your wife, you wouldn't say it. Nigga, nobody's telling her no. It's Kehlani. You've seen her.
They wouldn't vote in a white blonde woman as president. You think they go like nominate the half breed with tattoos and shit?
She a thug.
You right.
So she gonna thug her way there, like any thug would. My nigga, what are you talking about? I think you underrating Kehlani right now.
I think
you just got done trying to overrate her, and now you underrate.
No, I think you.
She ruined YG's life.
She's a footnote.
Nigga drinks tequila every night now.
She's just
the fuck is you talking
in his
about?
life. She a footnote. Like, but you know what I mean. You heard my crazy life, nigga. You heard that. You heard that shit, nigga. That was one album, nigga.
Should be crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, that's a footnote. Footnote. Goddamn.
I mean, sometimes cuts are deeper than they appear.
Yeah, but sometimes you always come out on top, like Rory and Maul.
Shout out! Hey, I wish we had the goddamn what they calling what the shit they do on Breakfast Club, the bombs, the clues bomb. God damn it! I wish we had some clues bombs to drop on all you motherfuckers right now. Shout out to the Roy and Maul. I'm sure Joe Budden is somewhere with some third world Dominican woman just crying about something related to this because it's very emotional, man. But shout out to them nonetheless. $10 million, Sirius Radio. We love to see it, goddammit. Round of applause.
I'm gonna say good for them. I have not listened to anything other than that they've done since the response to Joe Budden's was
Heard the first episode. That's it.
I have heard nothing. I have not even listened to the Joe Budden podcast since their
I think
departure.
they've only done like 5 episodes and they already got this bad. That's crazy. That's another crazy. Like they've done like 6, 7 episodes and like 2 live shows. They maybe have done 10 episodes. Maybe.
Well, with that being said, I am not following neither one of them anymore. The crew is broken up. I am completely off the board. Shout out to Mardo. Yeah, and that's it. That's for me.
What's wrong with what's wrong with? Why you unfollowing them? What you mean?
No, I fuck with Maul.
Why not Rory?
Come on.
Is it the red hair thing?
20%.
20%. What's the other 80?
Man with small dog.
What's wrong with that?
Untrustworthy people.
Bitch.
You act like you got a fucking dog. Where's your dog? Where's your goddamn dog?
I was planning on getting a small dog. Thank you very much. At least a puppy. It'll grow bigger, but it's gonna be small for a minute.
It's a puppy. It grows into like if you get like
if you see a grown man with a small dog, it's probably his girls or theirs, his and hers. It's not like he picked it out.
Baisley is his.
It's a stress pet. Rory be stressed.
Also, and you redhead, and you know, like, nah, I don't fuck with Rory.
See, I would get it. I would get a small. I would get a Bailey for stress pet reasons. Bailey is cute as fuck. Shout out to Bailey and Rory.
You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. We can't get any more canceled than we already have been tried to or attempted to cancel us, but we can't go nowhere.
Oh, we could get worse.
Oh yeah, we pussy. But yeah, Rory a pussy. I don't really fuck with him. I'm just keeping.
Whoa. Wait a minute. Why? Where was his energy when he was going through this shit with Joe? He was all on this nigga's side.
I don't really like that nigga for real. Like,
why?
The morality of what was happening.
You said you don't watch the show.
No, the morality of the what was happening, but that's different. I don't like him.
Why?
I just don't fuck with him. You know what I'm saying?
That's not an answer, nigga.
I don't like Rory. I think he's a whiny
little bitch.
Yeah.
Like why? Okay.
I'm about to say like there's episodes worth of time. Like
you don't like him.
Yeah, I think he's a whiny little bitch.
Why?
Episodes worth of that.
On Joe Budden show?
Yeah. Don't lie and tell me I'm wrong.
I don't think he didn't come off as a whiny little bitch to me.
He does to me.
Your name is Joe too though.
So?
A lot of niggas named Joe think alike.
I'm a Libra.
He's a Virgo. Both of y'all are stubborn as fuck.
I'm balanced as fuck. I won't let y'all niggas fuck up my balance.
Stubborn nonetheless.
Yeah. Because I deal with a bunch of stubborn niggas like yourself who be trying to fuck up my balance. So I stubbornly tell you, get the fuck off my vibe.
Y'all niggas be overthinking shit.
No!
Joe, the other Joe, maybe to more of a degree, because he's a Virgo and they're really crazy. But, nah.
Nah.
That's not even a good reason. I just don't like this nigga because I don't like this nigga. Why don't you like him? Because I don't like him.
Emotional oranges. I'm not naming off every reason I don't.
I'm just asking for one.
Emotional oranges.
Isn't that like a company? That's a company.
That's his whole music shit. That shit corny.
That's a company.
Whatever.
You just don't like the name.
I don't like oranges. His shit is just corny.
It's a wild name. It is a wild name.
I don't give a fuck. I just don't like this nigga, yo. Look,
I'll do a record with Rory. Fuck it.
He might be a very sweet guy if you like people like that.
I feel like I get along with Rory. I've always felt like that.
You probably would.
Honestly, I always feel like I get along with all three of them niggas, but Joe, for some reason, don't like me. And I'm not sure about this one either.
I don't think me and Joe Budden would like each other, to be honest with you. Like, I think I would, if I had a chance to meet him, I would be like, yo, what's up? And like, just show love and shit, but I'm not one of those people that kiss ass. I just don't do that, period. If to nobody, I don't give a fuck who you are. And I feel like he would expect that. And it's like, nah, nigga, I'm not that guy.
I don't think he's that type of person that would expect that. I think he's more of a, all right, nigga, I shook your hand. Get the fuck out of my face. Like, all right, I said what's up. What are you still here for? I think he's more so one of those guys. Like, if you don't need to be in my space, why are you still here?
But
I already acknowledged you. What are you doing here?
But if I'm invited within your space,
if I don't know you though,
saying.
like, nigga, who are you?
Don't even fucking matter. Like, nigga,
you media, nigga? You media too? Okay, cool. All right, cool.
On some real shit. Like, if I was one of the Migos, I'd want to smack the shit out of Joe too. That shit was wild.
I fully understood that.
That shit was wild.
No, I think I said that when we were talking about it. I fully understood the Migos going like, nah, nigga, what? Nah, come on. Nah, come on.
Hey, yeah.
What's that shit you was talking? Come on.
I feel it.
Like,
yeah,
I fully understand that. I understood it then. I get it now. It was as funny as fuck as it was. I get it. It was funny, and Quavo was the funniest one because he's short.
They all
hopping up looking like a 3'2" midget that can't rap.
Yeah, he's not very good musically.
I feel like that might hurt my chances of doing a song with Offset. I ain't gonna say that.
You never. All right, so moving on. We gonna talk Chappelle, or you wanna do reviews?
Chappelle and Letter People. I feel like that's a quick in and out we can have because we spent enough time on that last week. I think we voiced a lot of our opinions, and I think a lot of things that came out this week also are indicative of what we talked about and kind of foresaw coming. So, I don't think there's a lot to really spend time on. He pissed off the Letter People again. Surprise. Fuck.
I you know what?
They didn't listen. Surprise.
Yeah, I'm about to say you just you're not hearing the whole thing. Like that. That's all I got to say about it. If you're not hearing the whole thing, like what is it? My man says that if I can't reach you, I can't teach you. You feel me? So it's like,
who the fuck are you to be teaching someone, Dave?
Shit.
That's the crowd. Or that crowd.
I completely understand. But it's like, you mad at a comedian. Someone that's supposed to be tell jokes and be ha funny.
You know what's funny?
And it's like, he doesn't do it. And it's different if you're trying to be malicious in what you're doing. I think, but when you're not that type of, like, Dave Chappelle is one of the most non-malicious comedians in the game, period.
I think that's the more important thing that may have happened this week that we didn't touch on from the fallout of that. Even the head of Netflix was like, yeah, I'm not taking it off. Why? He had an answer. He said, I don't believe and we don't believe that stand-up comedy, considering what it is, which I think I've articulated this to some degree on the show, stand-up comedy being known to be what it is supposed to do exactly what he's doing. So if you have a problem with it and someone gets harmed, is that his fault or is that just the observation proving itself true? It's the deeper question you got to ask when a nigga's telling jokes, especially smart jokes.
Yeah, but the thing is, when you're listening or viewing someone whose stand up is smart jokes, there's intelligence within it.
A lot of niggas wouldn't find that shit intelligent at all.
But here's the thing, and this is about Dave's comedy. Period. There are a lot of words in his comedy sketch, in his bits. There are a lot of words in them, and I feel like if you miss certain words, if you a scanner, for example, if you one of those people that's like, I'm going to watch this one time for the buzz or for the review or just to see what people are bitching about or whatever, and you listen to this one time or you're just hearing it or you got it on in passing, shit's going to sound wild to you.
Yeah.
You're not hearing the full, you're not getting the full meal.
You're not getting the context fully,
right,
or the bigger picture.
So shit's going to sound wild. But here's my deal. I was I'm a huge anti-Trump person. And some people, because he's white, says that another, doesn't, woo, woo, woo. Real shit. To break it down in one of the simplest ways, I could never support somebody that blatantly pimps hatred for the benefit of making just more hatred. Now,
Not on purpose, at least.
no, like, he was doing it purposely.
Yeah, like he was blatantly doing it on purpose.
You know what I mean?
You usually don't want to support that on purpose.
And usually, when somebody's being attacked by any movement, if it's not like a sexual thing, usually my first mindset is, did this person maliciously do whatever like said people are mad at him about? Is there any maliciousness behind it?
Right.
Dave Chappelle, even in the jokes where the LGBTQ plus community did not like, well, was he making life worse for you? Did he insult what did he insult?
Some people would say it's more of an incitement than an insult. I think that's the argument. It's more of an incitement.
Who's getting excited?
It's the incitement of those thoughts are reverbing maybe more hateful thoughts in a more intellectual manner that might give dumber people the right of way or feel like they had a right of way to do harm. I think that's what they really scared of, even though that's I wouldn't even say it's an irrational fear. It's just a real fear to a degree.
Yo. And he's
this nigga, yeah. It's just a real fear to the degree where, you gotta, I think that's what they mad about. But he's not saying, maybe we dick sucking, maybe we not. But at the end of the day, what I hear and that's special when I listen to it, I've heard it twice now. I still don't, maybe because I'm outside looking in, I still don't get what you didn't hear. I guess maybe it's the same way racist white people feel talking to black people. Nigga, we don't like you. What don't you understand?
Yeah.
Nothing you do is going to work. But maybe that's what it is, and we not hearing it because we on the outside. I don't know.
But here's the thing: is like, but in my opinion, I think that automatically just creates arrogant division or an ignorant division.
That's human though.
Because it's like
that's human,
which
is what he's talking about. Still,
but still on the other side is like you're trying to say like we don't fuck with you or we don't assume that your shit's funny or whatever because you make these type of jokes. But it's like
then don't. Whatever happened? Just change the fucking channel.
Thank you. Like you don't
turn it off.
Right.
Don't listen to it.
But it's like, but now it's like that's your lane. Like.
Everybody you run into didn't hear that and take that the way you're scared they took it.
You find a lot of white comedians that have a lot of we call American white humor. You listen to a lot that you find hilarious.
Goats.
I would
call some goats.
I would listen to some of this shit and be like, yo, this shit trash. But that's based on what the fuck I like for my comedy or not. If certain person's comedy or music or entertainment ain't for you, why be mad at it? Because here's the thing. If he's not maliciously destroying anybody, and destroying nobody's life, he gave somebody an opportunity, and that community killed that girl. And that's gonna be, and they gotta live with that. That's not Dave's fault. That's malicious.
Not even the community.
But I'm just saying that's malicious. That's hatred. When you bully, when you cyber bully somebody for making a point or saying how they feel about some shit, and you cyber bully somebody into who
it's bullying. Period.
Who could have been was through some emotional hardships, and then they killed themselves because you decided to attack. When you could take it like any argument in the world. You can argue face to face with somebody. You have plenty of options. You can fight that person. You can shoot that person. You can stab that person. You can make peace, or you can walk the fuck away. You got plenty of choices. Is what you want to do, and then I think there's more excitement to causing more of a division than trying to figure out some type of way to come together. And that's what I think. All in all, David trying to say, like, we can come together over this. We just got to figure out a way to, to get there. But we can't attack each other to get there.
So with that point, and I do think that's hitting the nail on the head in the best way. Doesn't this sound like to you an argument they've made multiple times? You know, where all those gosh darn video games, they just get people killed every day. Oh, that damn rap music. Every fucking time those kids listen to those albums, people get killed. All that fucking rock and roll. Those fucking mop-headed white folks. Jesus. How dare they? I feel like we hear this all the time. And for the first time, maybe, in a generation and ever, I think. For the first time ever, I think. Jorge, get the camera. Vandit, get the camera. Throw something at this nigga. Anyway, for the first time ever, yeah, get the camera, nigga. It turned off. Get the camera. For the first time ever, probably I think in all of stand-up comedy's history, this is the first time it's really ever been, I want to say, attacked. And I'm using that word specifically because of the things I just named. They attack they meaning the people that I guess that part of society that always has a problem with something. Maybe we're not old enough to consider ourselves in that group. I don't know. But anytime you gotta constantly find a problem with something, say, oh, it's the comedy, it's the rap music, it's the video games, it's the rock and roll. Maybe you suck at what you do. Maybe you're not doing your fucking job. Maybe all these things you're worried about are a problem because you're not doing more. Maybe that's why these observations are accurate. So if you're going to attack something that more so than video games, rock and roll, and even hip hop to a degree, and hip hop would be second in command, if not first, in this idea of, I'm just making an observation of reality. Isn't that a little weird?
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Like I said, doesn't it sound familiar? Doesn't it sound like some more old bullshit and probably more dangerous bullshit than ever? Because what's the last thing to go? Motherfuckers always talking about some fascism and this, that, and the third of who you gonna listen to and your freedoms. What's the first thing to go?
But they always try to take away your freedom of speech.
That's what I'm getting to. When that goes, then you fuck. That's when you niggas talking about them taking your guns. No, you fuck when they tell you can't say what the fuck you want to say and think what you want. That's when you fucked. Mm-hmm. Historically speaking, look it up. It's in every history book with every country that's not this one, because it's the only time it's ever worked. And right it's now. Barely working. Right and now. It's in danger of not.
Mm-hmm. Because that's the way it goes. It's like now you censoring everything as far as you censoring the way people think. You're censoring the way people talk. Look, I don't like racist people, but I know that they exist. And the only way, realistically, I can actually probably get to this person's end and maybe make some headway and change up some life. Or maybe make a good point and change up their whole mindset. To talk to him.
That's always been the best to me. If I can't talk to you, the next thing is I got to fight you. If I can't fight you, I might have to kill you. And I don't even want to get to fighting you, so I'd rather talk to you.
Right. You know what I mean?
I think that's the more human way to go about it. The more intelligent way to go about it. I think everybody wants to be intelligent, even if they don't want to be human. If that makes sense.
That's deep. That's deep.
I say deep shit every now and again.
That's some deep shit, you know what I mean? For real. All right, so we're going to do Let This Bitch Breathe, and we're going to get the fuck up out of here.
Hey.
So, I'm going to go first, because then you got one, so I'm going to let you get your chance, because you've been, like, fan geeking, like,
just like that.
You know what I mean?
Straight like that.
For, like, the
at least a week and a half.
You know what I mean? At least that. But I'm going to do, I saw The Many Saints of Newark. The Sopranos prequel and shit. I think it's still on HBO Max, but if it's not and that shit gone, you're just gonna have to wait. But it's actually worth the watch. Now, if you're not a fan of The Sopranos, haven't watched it, never, you know what I'm saying, or like some people, you were just a young bull when the motherfucking show came out, so it just passed you by. Like, it was one of those shows that came out in 1999, was like the first season. So we talking about pre 9/11 and shit. So if you 21 today, yeah.
You don't even know what the fuck we talking about.
You don't have you weren't even alive when the show came out. But it's a great show. I think I love it for the psychological reasons of it. But if you have never seen The Sopranos before,
you got to be specific though. You have to be into a specific type of thing to want to even sit through that. Like you gotta want to.
You gotta love mob shit. You gotta love mob shit, and you got to care about
specifically mob shit, not gangster shit.
Mob
shit, because it's very mob oriented, and that's a lot of slow shit in the mob. And when it comes to being depicted,
and if you a simple motherfucker who can't see what like the white Bible, like not knowing what certain words are being said, or when you hear the slangs, put on the subtitles. It'll help you a lot.
Or hey,
context clues will definitely help you out with it. But Many Saints of Newark, the great James Gandolfini's son actually plays him. It plays young Tony Soprano, teenage Tony Soprano.
Does he look like him? Like I've never seen a picture of him. He look like him for real?
He look like him.
Wow. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like
not surprising he does, but I just want to know.
Yeah, he pause like his mouth moves like his dad. You know what I'm saying? Like when he talks, like
pause.
Yeah, like pause, like when he talks and shit, like they make the same like mannerisms with their faces and shit. I don't know whether
that's dope though.
Yeah, I don't know whether that was like whether he practiced that shit or whether it was like something that came naturally. Because
probably both.
You know what I mean?
Probably both.
But he got a really good performance in it and shit. I do not know the dude's name who's the main like his real name and shit. But it's a really good gangster flick. It moves a lot quicker than The Sopranos as a show though. Like as far as motherfuckers getting clipped and whacked and all that shit, you know what I mean?
Well, it's a movie. It should move a lot
Yeah, I'm gonna say like The Sopranos,
season.
It's spaced out. You know what I mean? It's not happening like every fucking 20 minutes and shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
because how long is it? Like 2 hours or something?
Yeah, it's like 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Okay.
But
that's about right for that. I feel like.
Why I say it is a good start off if you've never seen it before. I mean, seen The Sopranos is that it's everybody that you see in The Sopranos, or at least a lot of the main people you'll see in the Many Saints of Newark. Okay. So you'll see from where they came into, or how long they was like younger versions of them, and what they was doing within the crew before you get to Tony Soprano running the crew later.
Right.
So you see their kind of organization and how that thing moves and how that hierarchy was going. Now, what I did not expect was there was a war with the blacks. Ooh. And it was
race war.
And it was about independent. It was about independently running your own shit and not being shaken down and breaking off their pieces off with the Italians and shit. So, and I love that shit because niggas came out on top. Not a spoiler alert. I'm not gonna tell you how it happens, but we came out on top and shit.
I think you gotta just spoiled it.
I don't even really care. I don't really care. I'm just letting you know. We came out on top.
I think the way you just described it.
It's not the whole point.
You just told me what happened.
It's not the whole plot line of the movie. But it's not the whole plot line of the movie at all. But we come out on top, you know what I mean? But I think it's a really good movie. As far as like, you know how prequel movies suck. A lot of times. Like
funny. That's kind of fits into my thing, but go ahead.
You know what I mean? A lot of prequel movies suck dick. Like it's like they either try to do a little too much or none at all. You know what I mean? Right. I think like the Sopranos movie. The Many Saints of Newark, the Sopranos movie was. It kind of plays like a Sopranos movie episode. Like it's like if they made that 2 hours worth of something.
Feels like a 2 hour episode.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It feels like a 2 hour prequel episode that would be the buffer into where you.
That's what they should do, though, right? You know I mean, if it was that's what it should feel like. I'd imagine.
Yeah, and then when you come in, if you were to start season 1, episode 1, right after that, after watching the movie,
like super action movie.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As Tony's going through his thing in the show. You start to see like, oh shit, you remember you can relate certain moments that's happening within the show that sometimes that they flash back to or they refer to that happens within the movie. Right. So it plays out very, very fucking well. You know what I mean? So am I gonna give it I'm gonna give it on a let that bitch breathe level. I'm gonna give it a solid A. I'm not gonna A- and I'm not gonna A+ it is what I wanted as far as like being like a fan of The Sopranos.
So not on life support, breathing on its own like a motherfucker.
It's normal breathing.
Normal breathing.
No other normal breathing. No inhalers.
Okay.
And they ain't never smoked a cigarette before.
Okay.
But it lives in an industrial place, so you know what I'm saying. Like that's why you don't get
might
the
be
A+.
some problems later.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Right,
You never know. You never know.
Right,
but I do recommend.
That's a sick joke. That's a sick joke. But okay.
I do recommend. Motherfuckers get to watch that shit if they get a chance.
Shout out to pollution.
Yeah, shout out to that. It makes very beautiful sunsets. But yeah,
oh my God.
But by the way, yeah, you just like you said, you got to be into real mob shit, and I would say an intricate drama, as far as like show goes, to actually fuck with The Sopranos.
I feel
it's not simple shit.
I feel like if you listen to this, you probably know what The Sopranos is for sure, and if you don't know what The Sopranos is, or if you just haven't seen the show like me. Do what he said and start with the movie. That's what I'm going to do, and that's probably what you should do too, because I've taken his advice before when it comes to movies, and he's been right. So I'm just throwing that credit to him.
You know, appreciate it. But you got a movie review, nigga.
I do, and I'm very happy about it. I have not been excited. When was any time on this podcast in 177 episodes you've ever seen me excited about a movie? I wasn't even this excited about the 2018 when we were doing this in 2018 when it dropped. We were doing this when it dropped, and the first one dropped, and I didn't give that much a fuck because I didn't know I was gonna go over. And this one is anyway. Halloween Kills, goddammit. And I met Mike today. I ran into the homies. Check my Instagram. Yo, like I said, I've not been excited about a movie, especially a horror movie or any movie, in a long time. And yes, there was a lot of that, and that was the beauty of it and the horror of it, and not in the horror movie way. I'll get to that in a second. First off, this is for those of you that don't know, ain't been keeping up with the whole timeline, like my friend here, a retcon everything from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, H2O, Resurrection, and the Rob Zombie joints. None of that shit matters no more. Mike and Lori are not brother and sister. Mike is just a weird ass nigga from the neighborhood that was stalking some bitches one night and has now been terrorizing motherfuckers for 40 years. And he's been in the hospital mental hospital for 40 years. But he broke out in the last movie. It was the whole thing. This one picks up minutes after the last one ends, which is dope. From Halloween 2018 to Halloween Kills, you talking about Jamie Lee Curtis, Judy Greer, and the other little white chick set the whole house on fire, trap Michael in that bitch. Lori stabbed up. They go into the hospital. They find a ride to the hospital. They going up to that bitch. Halloween Kills cut on. They cut in 1978 to do some backup story and add some shit in. They brought back Loomis. They really did a digital recreation of that. Nice. Rest in peace, Donald Pleasance. Motherfucking.
Now, this may sound wild to me. Okay. I mean, like, maybe sound wild to the listeners, but this is how. See, you got to be somewhat in denial of why certain logic certain things happen in.
No one watches horror movies for logic.
Exactly. I don't function
no one
that
does.
way.
I'm getting to that too.
So my question is, and this might be a stupid question, why in the fuck do you want to kill your sister so bad, y'all?
It's not his sister no more.
What?
I just said that. I just said they retconned everything from Halloween 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, H2O, Resurrection, and the 2 Rob Zombie joints.
So who is the national treasure that is Jamie Lee Curtis playing now?
Just a chick that she's what? She's a chick. She's the friend now. She's the friend of his sister instead of his little sister, and he killed the big sister. Now I think she's the friend of the sister. The sister just got killed, and he went to. No. That's not what happened. She was babysitting some niggas, and he killed his sister, and then went to her house to where she was babysitting. Niggas tried to kill her and the kid because Tommy shows up, the kid from Halloween 1. It picks this Halloween 2 from the joint in 1978 from Halloween 1. It's just still called Halloween. It's very stupid. The naming of it is very stupid. It's Halloween, and then Halloween 2 now. The actual Halloween 2 is also called Halloween. Anyway, it's very convoluted. Regardless, Halloween Kills. They show you all of that shit from Halloween 1, add in some shit, Loomis and everything. Like I said, they pick it up hours after they trap him in Halloween 2018 because that's technically Halloween 2. So for Halloween 3, which is Halloween Kills, they ended up leaving the house on the way to the hospital. Like I said, Jamie Lee Curtis is all stabbed up at this point because she got into a fight with Michael and they tricked him. This is maybe an hour has gone by. She gets to the hospital. They treat her. Everything happens. They cut to Tommy and all of them from there. All the legacy characters. Tommy, Nancy. If you know the story, you know the story. None of them really do anything for the story, even though they're legacy characters. Michael, this is not spoiler free. Michael wipes all of them motherfuckers out.
Murdering bastard.
But of course he gets a couple neighborly kills. I'll get to that. Anyway, there's a whole thing where, a whole scene where you see it in the trailers, where he kills all the firemen. You know what I'm saying? You seen that part, right? In the trailer?
No.
Anyway, for those of you who've seen the trailer, kills a bunch of firemen.
It's fucked up.
About
The
whole crew, pretty much. He's way bloodier. He's way more savage. He cut a bunch of the firemen's heads off, but one of them he turned into a jack-o'-lantern. Don't know how he did it. Moved up the street because he this whole movie, the whole theme is he's making way to his childhood home, which used to be, the thing with the brother and sister, but now it's just his childhood home, and he has this connection to the cop from the last movie, which is the one in 1978. I don't want to get into all of that. Whole thing is, he ends up getting back to the house. Everybody's looking for him. The whole time, Laurie Strode, Jamie Lee Curtis, is in the hospital. They go into this whole mob thing, side story, where it's like, what you can do if you...
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
No, what would you do to kill Michael Myers, nigga? Apparently, these niggas do a lot. So much so, they went as far as making a mentally ill man that escaped the mental hospital with Michael Myers, who they thought was Michael Myers, jump out of the hospital window about, 10 stories up, busted his whole shit. Very gruesome.
Okay.
This is all taking place after Michael kills all these firemen. Now, Jamie Lee Curtis is in the hospital. Michael's just strolling the neighborhood. All these people are in a panic because they're saying this evil ends tonight. But Michael starts killing random people. And this is where we get into my first problem with the movie. Because the movie's great. I don't want to make you think it's not great. I think I've sucked this dick enough these last 5 minutes.
God.
This is where I really get into my problem with the movie.
God, the fellatio.
Which is, in this movie, Michael does Michael to a degree we've never seen Michael do Michael before. He is killing like a motherfucker, doing his thing. They don't even build this nigga in the credits as Michael Myers no more. They got my nigga billed as The Shape. Real demonic shit. You feel me? And that's the thing. By the end of this movie, you don't know. He's not just a man anymore, is he? I don't know. Is he half demon? Does he have some connection? Could they bring back the cult shit? We'll get to that. Either way, Michael goes into this house, and in the only realistic kill of the movie, kills this older interracial couple, which I thought was a nice touch. Shout out to Danny McBride. Ends up, the guy's white, lady's black. They're in the house playing with drones, having drinks. Because I guess they just got a drone from their grandchildren, I'd imagine. Michael's being quite playful, throws it at him. Anyway, in the most realistic kill of the movie, the guy in the house sees him and says, hey, I think her name was Chandra. Hey, Chandra, it's a big nigga in the bathroom. We should get the fuck out of here. And he shuts the door, locks it, and tries to run. And as he's running, she's like, what? This nigga, we need to get the fuck on. And Michael reaches through the fucking window and grabs his head and beats the shit out of it into the wall and throws it onto some glass. And glass pops up through it. It's very gruesome. Ends up being, like I said, the only realistic kill, because he's the only nigga in the whole movie that turns around and says, hey, we should get the fuck out of here. Everybody else, including his wife, except the firemen, because they didn't have a chance in hell, motherfucking says, hey, just look at him do this. No. No. No! No! No, don't come in. No! And they just wait to get killed. Chandra got stabbed in the neck by a fluorescent light bulb. Why? Because she just did. She unlocked the whole door. Door right here. Bitch unlocked it. Michael's there where George is. She grabs a knife after she unlocks the door. Stands there. And Michael's looking at her like, so you're not going to leave. Grabs the light bulb, shoves it in her neck. Whole thing goes by. And then we get to the playful darkness, which I liked. Again.
My Lord.
But, yeah, no, I got a lot to say about this.
All I want to know is whether Jamie Lee Curtis, I'm sorry,
oh, no.
the great national treasure that is Jamie Lee Curtis, did she live?
Yes. She's very underutilized in this movie. She's in like 10 scenes.
Oh,
5 scenes.
okay.
Yeah, she's mostly dialogue in this. She's This is like a recreation of the original Halloween 2, where in the original Halloween 2, she gets stabbed by Michael from Halloween 1, goes to the hospital, except for this one, she's a lot more hurt. Like I said, the story is very convoluted, even though they retconned everything. It's hard explaining Halloween. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You lost me as far as the timeline, bro. I'm a Libra, dog. That's all I believe in is balance and shit. You ain't got shit balanced for me, but to continue.
Anyway, make a long story short, my baby Judy Greer ends up catching him. They take his mask off. Everything happens, and outside of that, they pull a scene from like they just kept remaking scenes from like the older ones, which was fine until it got predictable. Which when it got predictable, it was like the people just yelling no and not running. Really kind of like, okay, it's a horror movie, doesn't have to make sense, but you're just going to stand there while he breaks your boyfriend's neck and just yell at him with a knife, come get me, motherfucker. Like, come on. This is not.
Yep.
I don't know. Anyway, it's a good setup for a third movie. It is, it's a good setup for a third movie. It's not a great sequel, but it's a good retcon sequel. It's a good reimagined sequel. Even though the trilogy itself is new, it's still connected to that original first one. So even though, like I said, the Halloween 2018 is technically Halloween 2 and this is Halloween 3, Halloween 4 would be where it ends, but they set it up in a way where, you know, it's going to be just Jamie Lee Curtis versus Michael Myers in the next one.
Y'all niggas killing me.
I know. Yeah, it's like I said, it's a very convoluted story. Good horror movie all around in terms of just wanting to see a very bloody movie. If you like those types of movies, if you like Michael Myers, this is him at his finest. If you like social commentary, there's a little bit of that in there for you. If you like Danny McBride, go see it.
Shout out to Kenny Powers.
It's a good movie. It's just
is that bitch breathing an ulcer?
I would not say like you said. For the I've seen it twice, by the way. That's why my thing is kind of all over the place. 'Cause I got a lot going on in my head about it. I've been thinking different things about it. The Many Saints of Newark, you said, was breathing on its own. This one, it's on an oxygen tank.
Oh,
it's not dying, just having a little trouble.
Like,
Halloween ends.
Are we talking about like old person with an oxygen tank breathing, or are we talking about like you smoke some cigarettes, you quit, but now you're getting your ass kicked right now?
They used to smoke 3 packs a day.
Oh.
We had to retcon 7 movies, my nigga. What? 2, 3, 4,
Gotta turn
5,
the tank
6,
up.
7. Yeah, you had to retcon like 8 movies and act like they didn't exist to make these last 2 movies. So,
alright,
it's got an oxygen tank.
Alright.
It's fire, but if you like if too much. If you spark a lighter next to that bitch, it might blow up. You feel me?
I feel that though. Feel that.
So we don't get the fuck about here.
I got one more. I got one more. I got the
what?
I wanted to talk about Meek Mill's out.
Oh, I had something to say about that too.
Yep. So
shout out to Philly.
I've been wanting to do a fucking let this bitch breathe for this shit for like 2 weeks, 2 or 3 episodes, and we just kept going over, and I just kept forgetting. But I'm not forgetting this week. God damn it.
Is his pain exclusive? Is his pain exclusive?
No, it's expensive.
Oh, is it expensive?
According to him.
Okay.
So, I, the person, I'm not. Look, I respect that Meek Mill can rap. Do I think? Am I a Meek Mill? Would I call myself a Meek Mill fan? I would say no.
Define rap.
He can put together some shit. He can make songs. He can put together a good set of bars. Like you can hear him with diction.
Okay.
If you can get over the fact that this nigga be yelling while he be spitting and shit, like
I'm just saying there's a time and a place for everything.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But like I said, I would not call myself a fan, but I'm not a fan. You feel me? Of Meek.
I feel similar.
Like
unless he's acting stupid.
I would say I'm a Travis Scott fan. I like Meek Mill's music. Sometimes.
Nah, I just like both them niggas' music. I don't even think I'm a Travis Scott fan.
I fuck with this.
I wouldn't call myself a fan.
But anyway, so I saw all of you.
Not a fan.
Well, I won't say all of them, but I seen a lot of people ripping up Meek Mill, the emotional lesbian that he is, like all over Twitter, and I was like, you know what?
This nigga said emotional lesbian.
I mean,
after we just got done talking about how to let a people get angry, this nigga says emotional lesbian.
Emotional lesbian. Not that he is a lesbian. And I'm not making fun of lesbians.
Aren't all straight men lesbians? Think about it.
Emotionally, aren't we?
We hide it.
Y'all niggas weird. Anyway. Yeah, everybody was ripping this nigga up like this shit was just like straight trash. But then the Philly motherfuckers, y'all come out and then be like, y'all, nah, this John is the best shit I've ever heard in my life.
Nigga said John.
That's what these niggas thought. Like, this is the best shit I've ever heard in my life. So I felt like, all right, let me go into this shit and let me listen to it. Now, I've lived with this shit for like a couple weeks, so I've given it.
It's been out that long?
Yeah.
I thought it's only been out like a week.
Released
October. It came out last Friday.
October 1st.
Oh, 2 weeks.
Yeah,
right.
like so I'm living with it for a couple weeks, so I've listened to it at least 6 times. Just in passing, just giving it more of a listen.
I've never listened to a Meek Mill album. That's not even nothing against Meek. I've just never listened to a Meek Mill album that many times.
See, this was my thing about it because the first time I listened to it,
most albums
I didn't give it that much of a listen. I wasn't paying attention enough to it, so it was like I'm paying.
Kind of had it on in the background type shit.
I'm having it on at work, so it's like I'm listening
but
over.
But you focusing on something else.
Yeah, and like so I'm
not really listening to the.
I'm trying to digest slowly.
Right.
But out of the first 3 times, I'm like, damn, is this shit ass? Because I really don't want to listen to it again. But I heard some shit on there that I did like, so it can't be that ass. Let me just really listen to it. Give it a sober listen. No noise in the background. Let me just give it a real listen. And I'll tell you this, my niggas, I'm not impressed. I am not impressed with his Expensive Pain. I do not think that this album should do enough streaming numbers to label the expense of this such pain.
You don't think his pain is expensive at all, huh?
I think he needs to see a shrink. I think he should see one of those.
All.
I mean, I think he should definitely see like a shrink or psychologist to sit down with and, you know what I'm saying, talk about some of his issues. Because, look, I do believe he has them. I believe
his tweets are very evident of that.
Yeah. I believe there's he hit and miss with some of the features.
Who's on the album?
Lil Baby, Durk, Kehlani, ASAP Ferg, that one's hard. Moneybagg Yo, that one's dope. Gigs, Thug, Bori, Uzi.
That's a lot for me.
Brent Fayez. It's 18 tracks on this bitch. That's another thing. It was too fucking long for me.
That's his second, third album he's done that with, where it was that long.
It's been like he makes long.
He had a lot of features.
Yeah, but here's the thing with it. I feel like there's so many songs on this bitch and all of them ain't good. Like it makes it to the point to where it's like only half the fucking album is worth listening to.
I was just about to say, do you think that's maybe because Meek is relying on features?
I think if he got rid of,
as we suspected he would do with this album a few episodes ago.
Also, the Hate Me intro is ass. I'm sorry. It don't compete with any of the other.
Nigga, it's ass?
I think it's trash.
A Meek intro is ass.
I thought that shit was trash. And compared to all his other intros, bro, I think that shit is straight there at the bottom. That's straight garbage.
Are we talking about in comparison or just in general?
Look, he ain't released a project.
That's two different things.
Released a project in 3 years or some shit since Championships. So off the rip, I'm comparing.
That was a decent album.
It was good. I like that album. I really enjoyed it. But I'm comparing Expensive Pain to Championships because it don't have to sound the same. But can you make this type of project, a long body project, and make it as good again?
It doesn't have to be long. That's where niggas fuck up.
It don't. But what I'm saying is, if you're gonna make this a long project, can you make it just as good as your last project, which was long too? I think for this one, it was an absolute fucking no, because you can cut half these shits and you can cut this bitch into 9 tracks. You can cut this bitch into 10, 12, and still have like 2 shitty songs on that bitch to me. But in my opinion, I'm gonna say that this bitch got 1 lung.
Yikes.
Yeah, I got 1 lung for it. I gave it a D-, because I feel like even the songs that are good right now that I actually do like, come December, I'm not gonna remember or give a fuck about them shits.
You know, that brings me to what I had to say about this.
And sorry, Meek. Huh?
I said that kind of brings me to what I had to say about this, which is very short. Anytime a white man is on the streets of your city, supposedly your city, Philadelphia, asking why you're making fun of your promo bus that you paid to be on a city bus or something. I don't know if it was a city bus, tour bus, what it was. Some shit where it was the cover on the bus, the cover of the album. And it was a white dude who was quite upset that he had to explain to his daughters who these black women were, why they were on this bus, butt-ass naked, pussy showing, titty showing, money.
Oh, you should see the album cover. It's moving and everything.
Yeah, no, but is it not kind of like, I mean, you know what that look is. Look at their face. Look at the black people's face on there.
Yeah.
This Meek, right? Anyway. Well, you said 1 lung, right?
1 lung. D-. I don't want to F it out, but it's definitely a D-. It's one of those joints that I'm not going to go back to after I do this now. I have no reason to listen to it again.
I mean, you listen to it, you look at the cover, and you make your own decision. But I just think it's odd when a white dude, ally or not, is offended that he had to explain to his white-ass daughter why your black ass put a very weird, let's say, image of black people up as promo to ride around your so-called city. I say so-called
it's Philadelphia.
city because,
They've seen worse.
You know, yeah. That's why I say it's so-called city because I mean he don't own the bitch, but he's popular there. He's popular in the hood.
Really need help, you know.
But it's a wild cover. You know, I don't have no kids, but I feel like I would have felt the way too if I seen that on a bus.
Yeah.
Especially if I had a daughter, a black one, and I had to explain why these black women's pussy is on the side of a bus. Anyway.
Yeah, it's a terrible world we live in. But we're going to get the fuck up out of here because it's late and this chair is madly uncomfortable. Low-key, I think I need a donut. Pause.
We will work on that, I guess.
I need a company donut.
Something for your ass cheeks.
Yeah, because this shit's uncomfortable, yo. This is how you get hemorrhoids. Like doing.
That's the game sometimes.
Nah.
Sometimes you just gotta deal with hemorrhoids.
Nah, you don't, nigga. I'm about to say we gonna unionize at that point.
Hey, cream is free.
I am going to unionize.
Cream is free.
And the first person that's gonna unionize with me is gonna be George.
Why? He ain't got no hemorrhoids according to him, I guess.
Nah, but we don't pay him. So he has all the reason in the world to become part of the union.
He's not gonna stand for you.
But I fight for your rights.
You put cortisone in your butt.
I don't. That's why I'm trying.
You got hemorrhoids, don't you?
No, I said this is how you get hemorrhoids, nigga.
I heard different.
Yeah, you heard different, nigga, because you deaf.
You're not wrong.
Anyway.
You're not wrong.
Episode 177, Millennials Podcast. I am your host, Jose Ortega. Who the fuck are you? I do need my own, like
drop
cologne,
right there.
Cologne, you know what I'm saying? Splash. Bitch. By Baklava. Anyway.
Yeah, I be who I said I was, which is who? Busy 9-3, bitch. I'm out.
All right.